Okay, so this is Sarah, and today I want to talk about Babylonian fishmen, embroidering Babylonian fishmen, mermen fishmen. About a month ago, we had the beginning to our monsoon season, and it was quite a spectacular event. During the Hurricane Hillary era, we watched this movie called The Lighthouse, and there was this scene in the beginning of the movie where one of the characters walks into their dwelling space and sets their stuff down on the bed, and they notice a mysterious hole in the mattress. And they proceed to dig around inside this hole, and they end up unearthing this mysterious little stone mermaid statue. It ends up being kind of relevant to the visual symbolism that's shown throughout the duration of the film. That's where I'm going to leave that. This is interesting because probably within a day or so of me seeing this film, I was studying Babylonian mythology, or mythological figures from ancient Assyria and Babylon, and the internet, the algorithm, bestowed upon me the imagery of this merman by the name of Oannes. He looked the way that most Assyrian kings, or just men in general, are depicted. He had the very geometric beard, you know, the strapping chest, but the bottom half of him at a right angle was a fishtail with scales. Upon laying eyes on this, I was overcome with glee, and I had to know more about this unit that I had just discovered, that the internet had bestowed upon me. So Oannes is a mythological or a mystic figure from ancient Babylon, and he is cited as being a symbol of wisdom, creativity, and art, and science, knowledge, general knowledge. He's a figure that would emerge from the Persian Gulf, and he would bestow this knowledge or this wisdom upon humans. But in my heart, I like to decode this as a mystical merman coming out of the sea and telling humanity to do better, which I feel like current day humanity could use a mystical fishman from the deep, encouraging them to just do better. In further reading about Oannes, he's also cited as being half man, half fish, but not in the traditional merman sense. In more of a, if you check underneath his fish head, there's a man head, and underneath his fish tail, there are man feet. So it's like he wears a fish cloak. And there are actual drawings that I found on the internet of the version of Oannes that is literally wearing like a fish's body as like a hat and a cape. And this is fascinating to me because there are these entities in this game that I play on Switch called Splatoon. They are called salmonoids or salmonids. In Splatoon, they are enemy units, and they kind of have the same zhuzh as the fishman version of Oannes. They have fish pants on, and this is probably my favorite part of the salmonid design. It doesn't matter if it's a small salmonid or a big boss entity salmonid, they all kind of have these waist-high, rubbery-looking fish pants on in the salmon head. Salmon. I decided to create for my library shrine, which is the space on top of my bookshelf, a wall hanging that is embroidered and shows some of these drawings that I found on the internet of Oannes. First, embroidered the right angle mermaid version of Oannes, which was the very first one that I had seen. It's the one that my feed, the algorithm, had gifted me. And secondly, I embroidered the fishman version of Oannes with the mighty fish hat and the cape. He's kind of like holding a bucket and what looks to be kind of like a paintbrush, although it might just be like a cuneiform tablet and a stylus. I don't know. In my heart, it's a paint bucket and a brush, and he's doing like vandalism. Because he can't do vandalism in the ocean because the paint just dissolves into the water, so he has to come up out of the Persian Gulf so that he can engage in mischief and pass on wisdom to humanity. Story in my heart. I also found what I think is someone's depiction of a Babylonian hieroglyph. And it's a very gestural drawing that is like a recreation of what would probably be a more detailed relief. But I kind of fell in love with the quaintness of the sketch. I don't know what's going on in the picture, but it kind of looks like the moment where Oannes becomes Oannes. It's like a normal Babylonian man standing in between what clearly looks like two nautical fish creatures, like humanoid fish creatures, and they're kind of like reaching out towards him in like a kind of weird, you're violating my personal space kind of way. And in my heart of hearts, he's being outfitted for his fish pans. That is to say, his fish hat and fish cape and the garb that would eventually lead to him becoming the Babylonian Merman of wisdom. And this is, for some reason, the hero that I need in life right now. So I will depict him thusly. In an embroidered sense. I have a triptych going. The last thing I need to do is mount them in such a way that I can make room for them in my altar space. My library altar space. I can thank Oannes for reminding me to do better every day. I just wanted to share that. That was my project from like a week ago, and now I know how to embroider. It's super fun. I can make pretty lines. Keep making awesome stuff out there, and as always, thank you for watching.